Happy Friday, everyone here. Todd Houghton here from Houghton Physical Therapy in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Excited for another episode of Facebook Live. Episode number 77. So excited to be here again. Todd's tip of the day to play off what we had last week was TMJ, or temporomandibular dysfunction. And this week's episode is PT can help me with my jaw pain. Tired of jaw pain? Trouble chewing your food? Physical therapy can help. A lot of times without even touching your jaw. Pretty amazing. So hopefully you're going to tune in, because in this episode you're going to hear how what we're working on now for treatment of TMJ dysfunction, pain in the jaw, and what we're going to do to help you by working your neck and your upper back. And that's really going to change a lot of your mechanics in your upper body, and you're going to notice your jaw pain significantly goes down. So who am I? Again, Todd Houghton here, and I've been a physical therapist for over 26 years. Excited and passionate about what I do every day. I love treating people that go somewhere else that haven't gotten better, and I love treating people where their symptoms and signs, they've tried everything else in the world, and they're just not getting better. We love those people because we like to treat the cause of the symptoms and not just the result of the symptoms. Please feel free to put up a like emoji, heart emoji, or please feel free to tag someone that you think that this might be helpful for, because we just like to reach the most amount of people through this Facebook Live episode. So here we go. Last week we talked about a few different things that I'm going to review from last week about TMJ, jaw dysfunction. So what is TMJ? It's when we have the joint, when the mandible meets the maxilla, which is the joint right up over here. A lot of people have problems with chewing. These muscles help to control movement of your jaw through talking and chewing. So it is used for, again, biting, chewing, handling your food, and also for communication. So what are the signs and symptoms of TMJ? Well, one of the things, you might have pain or tenderness along the jawline. You might have pain in one or both sides of the jaw, difficulty chewing, difficulty talking, aching facial pain, some of the common symptoms. The risk factors of TMJ dysfunction are arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, a specific jaw injury or trauma, a long-term chronic grinding of your teeth, or certain connective tissue diseases that cause TMJ dysfunction. But it's mostly going to be from poor posture. Mom told you to stand up straight, Dad told you to stand up straight. It's true, we got to work on our posture. So we're going to break down what are the two major causes of TMJ. I'm going to say a direct cause of TMJ, whereas the disc erodes inside the jaw, the joint's cartilage is destroyed or damaged by arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, or maybe even tetanus. Indirect causes of TMJ, which is I'm really going to focus on, are a direct trauma to the neck, upper back, shoulders, poor posture over time, stress, terrible, adds to TMJ a lot, which can cause some teeth grinding. So here we go. What other physical therapy, evaluation, and treatment for TMJ dysfunction, and how can we help you, the consumer? Again, please feel free to reach out to me at todd@houghtonphysicaltherapy.com, or reach out to me through Facebook, or if you have my cell phone, please reach out to me, or even reach out here on this Facebook Live episode. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to see you for an initial evaluation. What is that going to include? A good history of the mechanism of injury. This is where if people come in and say, my jaw hurts, I rub your jaw, you're not going to get better. You're just not. You might feel better a little bit. You're not going to get better. We need to really listen to what you're telling us, to what happened. So, was there a trauma? Was there a car accident? Did you get hurt playing football, tennis, basketball? Did you get hit in the jaw? Any stressors in your life? This is the most important piece. What stresses do you have going on in your life? And then we're going to do an extensive postural evaluation. Posture is how you're sitting up, right? Extensive postural evaluation. Then we're going to evaluate how your neck moves, which is your cervical spine. We're going to evaluate how your mid-back moves, which is your thoracic spine, and then your low back. Believe it or not, your mid-back has a lot to do with TMJ issues. Then we're going to evaluate how the shoulder, the upper extremities move, shoulder, elbow, wrist, see what that does. We're going to evaluate the strength of your upper body, see what that tells us. And then we're going to, last thing I like to choose is evaluate the jaw mobility. Open and closing, side glide and protrusion, sticking your bottom jaw out. We're also going to palpate the muscles along the face, muscles along the head, and the upper back. Now, here is the treatment of temporal TMJ dysfunction. My theory is I spend very little time on the jaw, because if I just treat that, the symptoms aren't going to get all the way better. And I'm going to look for what is the biggest lever, the biggest thing that I can do that's going to change the mechanics at your jaw. So first thing is I'm going to educate you, the consumer. What is TMJ? What are the signs and symptoms? So the symptoms don't get worse as we're getting better. I want to paint a picture of what it's going to look like where you are now, where we're going to go, and why is it crucial for you just to follow along with the treatment plan. Then we're going to start in with manual skills. I'm going to work on your neck, your cervical spine. I'm going to work on your thoracic spine, mobilizing those joints, because spine health is everything. Happy spine health is super important. The next thing is I'm going to work on is posture. We're going to talk about your sleeping posture, your sitting posture, your standing posture, and your walking posture, because stuff you do throughout the day is going to be hugely impactful to what happens in the rest of your life. Then we're going to give you some exercises to do. We're going to review the home exercise programs from the previous visit. So hands-on stuff, activation things, postural education. Then what are we going to do for activation exercises? I'm not really big on stretching, because I feel as long as the spine is healthy and moving the way that it should, the body should just mold and move into place and be fluid. I know that sounds a little bit different, but I've been beta testing my fuse box theory for 5 years now, and it works. I'm excited to share that as well. So activation, what are we going to activate? Well, we're going to work on, believe it or not, breathing. Because like I talked about before, stress is a big thing in people's lives. And if we can work on breathing, it helps to relax the body, to help you just feel better. So we're going to do breathing. We're going to work the deep abdominal muscles called the transverse abdominis. We're going to work on your shoulder blades, getting your shoulder blades back. We're going to work on, believe it or not, firing up the inner thigh muscles along with the core muscles, which is going to give the whole spine as being activated. So we're going to do a lot of core endurance exercises, which just means we're going to pay attention to our core when we're doing exercises. Then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to treat the jaw, whatever symptoms are left. Believe it or not, that's the last thing I do. We can do some internal work on the jaw, some external work on the jaw, which is also helpful. And again, work on the neck mobility as well. So again, hopefully this was really helpful. Please feel free to tag someone at Houghton Physical Therapy, Todd H at HoughtonPhysicalTherapy.com. Please feel free to reach out to us on Facebook or reach out to me in person with any questions. And all those TMJ patients, send them our way. I love TMJ patients. Have a great day. See you next time for episode 78. Can't believe it. Thank you.